Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. In the middle of his agony on the cross, Jesus spoke his first word of forgiveness. I was hurt by God. In 2019, our lives changed forever. My wife was diagnosed with breast cancer, stage 3A. She was 43 years old. The tumor was the size of a billiard ball. I prayed for a benign result, but God did not grant my prayer. I would break down and cry, wishing God would take this cup away from her. But my wife embraced her cross, submitted herself completely to God. I asked, why do bad things keep happening to us? Do we do something wrong that God is punishing us? We had been serving for God for more than 30 years. Hindi pa ba enough na nawalan kami ng baby because of miscarriage? Nawalan ako ng trabaho at marami pang problema. Lord, ang hirap mong mahalin, parang ayoko na. I struggled with forgiveness. Forgiving the situation and forgiving myself for not understanding. Like Job, I never got an answer until I was ready to surrender everything in trust. My wife went through countless tests and chemotherapy. She was ready to meet God. I was not. One morning, I saw our younger daughter holding a few strands of her hair, her mother's hair in her small hand. She looked up and shook her head and said with a heavy sigh, "Side effects." Hindi lang puso ko ang nadurog. But I kept on praying, even when it was hard to understand. After several chemotherapy sessions, the tumor shrunk to 1 centimeter. She had the right mastectomy in December 2019 and began her recovery. But the cross did not end there. My wife gave birth to our third daughter in June 2020 sa kasagsagan ng pandemic. My daughter was not breathing when she was born. The cord was tightly wrapped around her neck. Thankfully, she survived. But soon she was diagnosed with Down syndrome and infantile spasm. Seeing her suffer seizures almost every hour is heartbreaking. With every seizure, every sudden jerk, she would cry helplessly. It was a different kind of pain, the kind that pushes me to the limits, the kind that forces me to surrender what I cannot control. When she was 7 months old, she was diagnosed with a serious heart defect. It requires open heart surgery. Her doctor said, "You are running out of time. If hindi siya ooperahan, hanggang 1 year na lang siya. If ooperahan, 50-50. And we needed almost 1 million para sa operation. I wanted to say, Lord, this is too much. It felt like I was being crucified over again, even when I didn't understand why. And in that place of surrender, God began to teach me what forgiveness really like. Not just forgiving others, but letting go of control. Trusting Him even when I don't understand. Choosing to remain in faith even when in pain. Choosing to say on my own way, Father, I trust you. What I came to understand from the first word of Jesus on the cross, Father, forgive them, is that forgiveness is choosing to trust the Father even in the middle of suffering. God created miracle after miracle. In 4 days, we raised enough funds for her surgery. She had her open heart surgery in February 11, 2020. Today, my wife is in remission, 7 years and counting. And my daughter will be celebrating her 6th birthday this June. I realize now the first word of Jesus on the cross was lived out in our journey. Because forgiveness is not only for those who hurt us. Sometimes it is grace we need when life itself feels heavy. Sometimes forgiveness is not about others. It's about trusting God, even when life don't make sense. In the end, God was not asking me to fully understand. He was inviting me to forgive, to trust, and to remain faithful.